Hello again, this is PC Delta Link, back with more of our Enigmatica 2 Let's Play Normal Mode, and this is episode 77. Alright, we're over here getting more liquid starlight real quick, because we're going to need more of this pretty soon. And, we left off at the end of last episode. Where did you come from? Get out of here. Get out of here. My base, go away. We left off at the end of last episode. We were trying to get our attunement altar to work, and I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. I figured out what I was doing wrong. And I was right, it was something pretty simple. And, oh good, it's active. And what it was, I haven't changed anything here. The difference is the constellation has to be in the sky. That's why this wasn't working. So as you can see, we have our, I think it's Decidia? Yeah, Decidia constellation right over there. And now the relays on the altar are properly lit up and showing the symbol of the constellation, which looks really cool. Sounds really cool too, that's why I'm gonna stand here for a second. Okay, so yeah, these are showing our constellation. Now we're gonna step into this ring in the middle here, because this should attune us to this constellation once we do this. Not sure what the numbers are doing there. That's weird. I hope that's not me dying. As you can see, we got all this little starlight going into us, so we are attuning ourselves to the Decidia constellation, which should be done momentarily. There we go. Got a little beam of starlight hitting on us. There we go. I can see the light. Achievement. Alright, so now we should have access to the perk tree. Yes. So we have one perk point, as you can see, and it shows we're on the Decidia tree here. And our perk currently is 10% critical hit chance. And it says gain experience by dealing damage. Now, the perk tree for this is rather large. And if you've played Path of Exile, this should look really familiar to you. So yes, the author did get their influence from Path of Exile somewhat. You have all your different nodes and whatnot. And there's all kinds of different stuff in here. What constellation you start in, what you're attuned to, is where you start on this tree. So yeah, Evorcio is mining speed, gain experience by mining blocks. Avitas is maximum life, gain experience by building things. Armara is elemental resistance and other defensive buffs, gain experience by taking damage. And Vicio is reach, and you gain experience by traveling the world. Some of these are kind of broad, and they're not exactly clear on how they work. That's kind of why I went with Decidia, just flat out more damage. Mainly thinking of boss level creatures would be nice to have more damage, so you can see on the left-hand side of the screen here, we have 1 point. It shows up top up here at available points, and shows on the little Skyrim-looking bar on the left side of the screen. So we're going to come down to this right here. This 5% increased melee damage. And we're going to take that. And there we go. We now have that ability added in. So you see the next one we're going to get eventually is projectile damage for bow damage. And then we have this larger node here, which is melee and projectile damage, and 2% critical hit chance. So yeah, this tree is absolutely amazing. I definitely recommend going through this for a while. I haven't decided where we're going to be branching off to yet. You can respec this later. This is not locked in. You can change attunements later if you want to. That's fine. But yeah, I highly recommend if you want to look around this tree and see what places you want to go to, you know, where you want to reach first. Take some time and look around on that. But yeah, really cool. So another really handy thing I learned since I was last on here, but you know how we were like slowly zooming in and then zooming out of our skill trees here, are different parts of the page. You can double click and it takes you there instantly. And then to get out, easiest way is just to switch to constellations and back. And then you're zoomed out again, then you can just double click somewhere else and zoom in again. Really handy. I really wish I'd have known this ages ago. Okay. So first thing we're going to do today is I had said you could rename these gateways, and you can. So if you look here on our Celestial Gateway, if you look at this one, it says base. So yes, it has been renamed to base. So we're going to take this with us real quick. And we're just going to fly back over to our base. Run down to our little anvil down here in our workshop. And you don't need a name tag or anything. I thought you did, but you don't. You just have to... Oh, I need an experience level to do this. Crap, hang on. Yeah, I have 369 levels stored in that obelisk right now. It's amazing. Okay. So we're just going to call this Starlight Altar. It seems like the thing to call it. And now it is known as Starlight Altar. So now, we'll just run back over here real quick. Drop down. Throw this back in the middle. So now we'll go back to base real quick. And now if you look at our star over there we go, Starlight Altar. So yeah, this way you can tell, just looking around your little starlight plane here, where you're actually getting ready to teleport to. So really nice that that's a thing you can do. We're keeping gathering more liquid starlight here, although this one's getting toward the full side, so probably won't need them after this. Alright, so what are we going to do today? We got a few things we're going to do. Chief among them, let me go in here. We're going to set up our Starlight Infuser over here. So this is needed to get more of the advanced materials in this mod. So we're going to need a couple things for this. We need, it looks like 6 pillar, 2 chiseled, 2 engraved, and a ruin. So 6 pillar, 1 ruin, 2 chiseled and 2 engraved. Is that what I said? Yeah, I'll take a look. Yeah, 2 chiseled, 2 engraved. Star metal, aquamarine, and gold. 2 star metal. 2 gold. We're out of inventory space. Why am I carrying zombie flesh? Oh yeah, something else I found out. Yeah, and I wish I'd known this earlier too. If you shift right click your astral tome here, you can store the constellation papers in here. So yeah, that would have been handy to know ages ago. But it is what it is. Not a huge deal, but I'll get the rest of those shortly. Alright, we need to clear some inventory space because we are out of inventory space. We'll get to those in a few minutes. Alright, we need a piece of star metal. We've already got a bucket. I think that's it. 2, 2, 1. Let me take a look again. Yeah, that looks like it. No. We're not doing this crap. Stop the rain. Not in time for this. Thank you. That is such a handy tool, that Celestial Manipulator. Okay, so let's head over and we will go ahead and forge this Starlight Infuser. So, alright, let's see here. The pillars were in the corners, like so. I believe the ruined marble was there. Chiseled. Okay, it was chiseled. Here. Engraved up here. Star metal. Yeah, star metal there. The 2 gold are right there. 2 aquamarine. And then we made a second starlight tank. We've transferred one of them over here, so here's our plenty of liquid starlight for us to work with over here for a while. Okay, yes, this is the correct thing, but you see we need a lot more energy than what we have currently, so I honestly forgot it's not nighttime right now, so we're going to head back to base, and we'll go and set our time to nightfall. Well, to moonrise, to be specific. And I'm gonna get a drink while that changes. Okay, it's almost there. There we go. We can create the Starlight Infuser. So let's do this. Crafting animation on these things never gets old. Come on. There we go. Okay, so we have the Starlight Infuser, but now I believe I mentioned this previously. Now we had to create an altar for it. And this is a fairly big one that we had to create. So this definitely is going to take a little bit of time for us to put this together. I'm also... It's sometimes hard to tell what is what on this, especially when you're getting into stuff like this, like the underside of this. Sometimes it's hard to tell what type of marble you're actually looking at here. So this does take a lot. It's 12 marble, 4 chiseled, 40 marble arches, 12 ruined, 8 pillar, and 1 lapis lazuli block, and then 12 starlight buckets. 12 ruined. Where's the ruined marble? I don't see any ruined marble, unless it's in the corners, maybe? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That must be what that is, because here's our regular marble, the 12 right here, 3, 3, 3, and 3 on the underside. So yeah, that must be the ruined marble. Okay. Now I believe I have all this set aside and ready to go at our base. I just couldn't carry it over here with the ingredients for the Starlight Infuser at the same time. Here's 8 pillar, lapis lazuli, marble, chiseled marble, marble arch, and ruined marble. Okay, let's head back over. As you can see, I dug out a new space for this altar right here. So this is where we're going to end up putting this. I'm going to put the lapis lazuli block here for now. Let's see. Looks like we're going to dig into the ground by 1. Because we'll place this part will be on top of the ground. So the underside with the 12 marble, that's going to have to be 1 block under the ground. Actually, I can just get that as we build. So, yeah, let's just go for it. Alright, so let's surround this. Wow, that was weird. Okay. Huge lag there. Okay, I believe the other 4 ruined marble go like this. Alright, it's these blocks right here that we're digging out now that have to be marble. Yeah. So let me grab our 12 regular marble here. Oops. Okay. Next, we have our marble arch in between all of these. So they just don't overlap the sides, right? Right. Okay. So we just go along here with the marble arch. Just like this, not leaving the corners out. And yeah, we're out of light, but we'll fix that shortly. Okay. Next, I'm going to need a little bit of cobblestone, actually. Because I can't place blocks on air. As you see in our corner, we need our pillars. So all 8 of our marble pillars go in the corners here. Oh, come on now. Oh, I should have just placed both of them, my bad. Alright, let me go and destroy the cobblestone out from under this, because we don't need that anymore. Okay, we're almost done. Just had the roof at this point. So it looks like the chiseled on top, and then just kind of a little archway in between all of it. So I actually will need this cobblestone back. I'm just going to fly. That's going to be easier for this bit. Okay. What the heck was that? I clicked like once, game. Okay. Okay, almost. And there we go. That should complete the structure of the altar. And let me throw some torches on here because we don't need unfriendly visitors while we're doing this. Alright. So now we have 2 steps left. First we got to place the infuser in the middle, just like that. And now we're still not quite done yet. We're missing one last little thing. And that is these channels on the side of the infuser have to be filled with liquid starlight. Oh, I need my bucket back. Thank you. So all the more reason why I brought the tank over here. Okay. So just need 12 buckets of starlight to finish this. Just 3 more. And then 1 in the middle. Okay, we should be good to go here. So this should be complete. So, oh, you don't interact with this, right. So let's see. I don't think I have any on me. No, I need, the first thing we're going to use this for is we're going to use it to get resonating gems, which are not on here, actually. So let me head back to base. We're going to grab some aquamarine. And head back over to the altar again. Okay, now I believe all I have to do... Well, it's getting to be daylight. Dagnabbit. There we go. Yeah, unfortunately, nighttime doesn't last as long as daytime does in this game. Normally that's a good thing, but in this case it's a bad thing. Where's the sun? Ah, but perfect. Okay. So let's go ahead and try to place a aquamarine in here. Like so, and I don't know if... I think I need the wand. Yep, there we go. So you just right-click it with the wand once the item's in there, and it will take the liquid starlight and infuse it into the item. It will sometimes use a bucket of this stuff, but not always. And unfortunately, my one problem with this is it can be really hard to tell if it has used a bucket of starlight or not. So here we go. You can see we have a resonating gem here. So this is used for a couple different recipes. Prism lens. We can actually create collector crystals now if we wanted to. The things that are under the altars at some of the places we started at in this mod, you can actually create those now. Here you can create a celestial collector crystal, but we need an attuned celestial crystal first, and we'll get to that shortly. This is what we need for our iridescent altar, which is the highest tier of altar there is for astral sorcery. And a couple other things. You know, advanced sextant, infused glass, some other stuff we haven't really gotten into yet. But yeah, it's used for a couple different things. So we are going to need a few of these. I'm going to try to... Oh, now see, nothing's happening here. So if you can tell, we're missing a liquid starlight somewhere. I think it's from right here. It's one of these two. I think it's the one on this side. But again, this stuff doesn't flow like normal liquid does. Not as clearly, so sometimes it's hard to tell if something's been taken and where it's been taken from. So yeah, it doesn't always use liquid starlight. We just got unlucky there. Okay, so like here, I think it didn't use any. So let me just try it again. Yeah, see, it didn't use any that time. Okay, so we have a few of these right now. So we're going to move on for now to the next step, and that's going to be getting celestial crystals. And we haven't really gone into much on augmenting or improving our crystals that we have gathered here, but you can make these better. So I'm going to look for one with decently high purity, because that's really... Purity for now is the most important stat on a crystal. Okay, here we go. 93% purity. This is a really good one. So what you can do is you can throw your crystals into liquid starlight, and they will absorb that starlight and eventually get bigger. And it has a chance to actually split off into a second crystal. And it also has a chance to upgrade the purity when it does that. So we're going to go ahead and throw this in here. And I believe it will actually absorb the whole bucket of liquid starlight. So you just had to wait until that disappears. So while that's doing that, there's something else we're going to make real quick from the attunement tree. We're going to make the impulsion wand. This is made from just 3 ruined marble, stardust, 2 ender pearls, and a purple dye. And this is used as kind of like a grappling hook. It's a pretty fun wand. So I've got the ingredients for it right over here. So yeah, while that's absorbing that starlight, we'll run over to the altar real quick and craft this other wand. Wait. Oh, I stepped off it too quick. My bad. There we go. Okay, so let's get our 3 ruined marble. What the heck? Come on now. I thought that was wrong. Okay. Purple dye above. Stardust. There we go. Okay. Go ahead and forge that real quick. Now this one's kind of cool. So, yeah, I'd said it's kind of like a grappling hook. So let me just see if this... Yeah, it just throws out a little thing of starlight and it pulls you toward it. Now, it doesn't have infinite range. As you can see, it will abate eventually. But its range is pretty good. Yeah. So, you can use this for... And you probably... So, depending on the mod pack, you can probably fly by now, but it's still kind of a fun little wand. But, do note you could hurt yourself with this wand, so be careful. Because if you throw yourself... you know, too high or something, you can throw yourself off a cliff, basically. It's alright, we have our crystal back. You can see the purity, I think, is... I don't remember if it was 92 or 93, but the purity is either the same or very slightly better, and the size went up further as well. So that gives you an example. It's completely random luck what happens to your crystal when you throw it in there. If it'll split off, if the purity increases, whatever. So the size definitely increases when it absorbs starlight, but that's pretty much it for the main thing. So now the next thing you can do so that we showed how to improve our rock crystals. To make celestial crystals, that requires something slightly different. This is kind of a fun wand. So, I'll put this back for now. Whoops. Ah. So to get celestial crystals, you need some of the stardust that we made before. So then you throw the stardust in here, and then throw the rock crystal in here. And it will absorb the stardust when it absorbs the liquid starlight. And you notice there's little blue particles coming out of here now. That tells you that it's working. So it is going to absorb that, and it will turn into a celestial crystal, like, structure, like a rock on the ground. You need to let that rock grow. Like how crystals grow, you need to let it grow for a little while. So I'm not sure how long this is going to take, but we'll sit here and watch it. Okay, that didn't take long. So yeah, you can see it's celestial crystal cluster. So now you just have to wait and be patient and let this grow to its maximum height. Or size, I believe. So either way, we'll let that sit for a little while. So let me see what else we can do next. Okay, what about our iridescent altar? We need a celestial crystal for that. Okay. Not a big deal. Oh yes, that'll be a fun little thing to do here for the end. So before I'd mentioned we had those, I believe it's an exploration. Yeah, we had crystal tools using our rock crystals. So the one I'm going to focus on here is the crystal axe, because you can get a different version of these now that are quite fun and good. I'm looking for one that's not great on purity here. Just need a third one that's not as good on purity. 33 works. Okay, and just need 2 sticks. So let me run back over to the altar real quick. And I don't know if this has to be in this table or not. I guess it does, so there we go. We have our crystal axe. Now, in its current form, this really doesn't do a whole lot, but now that we have the Starlight Infuser, we can actually infuse this. So we're going to throw it in here, and then we're going to right-click with the wand. Now, this will absorb all the liquid starlight in here completely. It will take all 12 buckets to do this. There we go. See, our liquid starlight's gone. And now we have infused crystal axe. So the purity is not great. The size is pretty good. The cutting's 100%. So let me show you the special ability that this axe has, because it's pretty awesome. So whenever you cut a tree down, or something similar, or is it shift? How do you do it? Huh. Well, I thought I was going to get to show off this ability. Oh, you have to hit the leaves. Alright, it has a cooldown. So yes, this has this special ability that it can destroy trees instantly and just take everything from it. So, just like that. And it will just pull the blocks in your inventory instantly like that. I wish I had a slightly bigger tree to use this on. Maybe, let me try this one. Yeah. So, all that just ended up in my inventory. All the wood, all the saplings, everything. So, it's really cool that you can do that. It's weird that it only seems to work on the leaves, though, and not the actual trunk. Strange. So yeah, out of the crystal tools, that one's the most interesting ability, I think. So, some of the rest of it's not as good, but I just wanted to show that one off because I thought that was really cool for a lumber axe that you can just do that like that. Alright, so that's going to be about it for today. We're pretty much out of time. So we'll continue on with this more next time. So thank you all very much for watching. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you next time.